Alright, 100 people tell us their body count. Feet Tigger.
Partners have you had?
Ooh. So like my body count?
How many sexual partners have you had?
Oh, fuck.
0.
Like in my life or recently?
200.
Decline to answer.
Yeah, we might have to skip that one.
I'm not gonna answer.
How many sexual partners have I had? A lot.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably couldn't count, but I will say
Why are you on second hand?
less than 15.
Who's more likely to lie, men or women?
Both. I think both are liars.
How many sexual partners have you had? What's your number?
0. 0.
Loser.
That'd be none. I've had my dick sucked, but other than that, kisses, nothing more than that.
I had 3 girlfriends.
You had 3 girlfriends?
Yeah, does that count?
Well, have you ever had sex?
No.
How many people have you slept with?
One?
Just one, actually.
One.
Just one.
1. I know there's like a stigma about girls having like high body counts, and like that's really scary. That's probably one of the things that stopped me from like allowing it to climb any higher.
Not long ago, it used to be a negative thing to have a lot of partners, and now when you don't have a lot of partners, people just immediately think, oh wow, she's a prude, or
That's not true.
she's probably really judgmental.
How many sexual partners have you had?
2.
2.
2.
3.
3 people total. My partner, and then we've had a foursome with 2 friends.
My friend, she keeps a list, and I was like, you know, I should probably start keeping a list. But then it's just a list of 3 people, so.
I actually have a list on my phone. Oh, I have a list?
You sure?
Actually keep a list.
What are you getting at? Do you have a list?
I do. Is that bad?
You gotta track the history in case something happens.
How many people have you slept with?
4.
4, I believe. 4 or 5. 1 I don't think counts because it was like 30 seconds, not even, maybe like 2 seconds.
How do you
What is wrong with that?
feel about your number?
I feel like my number could actually be higher, which I feel like is a weird response.
I kind of wished I had a little more experience.
Do you wish you had a higher number?
I mean, I like sex, so yes.
I don't wish the number was lower, but I do wish I hadn't had sex with certain people.
Do you regret sleeping with any of the people?
Yes. Yeah. It was like a jackhammer. I was being jackhammered into the bed. It was awful.
Get your priorities straight.
Some of them have been weird and like awkward. Like I had sex once and the power went out and it was like 100 degrees and we were like sweating into each other's mouths and not in like a sexy way.
You regret sleeping with any of them?
No, it was all an experience. It makes me who I am today. But to be selfish, yes. Y'all didn't deserve me.
Have you regretted any?
I do wish that I was a virgin.
I got saved.
Good news. You are.
And then I got with my husband. So I've only had 1 sexual partner in this new life of mine.
I feel like I paraded my purity around for a really long time, and then I was sexually assaulted, and I was like, God, I guess that doesn't really matter. And so then I just paraded my sexuality around.
How many
Sorry?
sexual partners have you had?
5.
5 sexual partners at this point in my life. 6?
6. Between 6 and 15.
How do you... That's a huge range.
Is it because you don't know exactly?
Girls gotta have some secrets.
More than
Producers asking great questions.
7, less than 15.
More than 10 and less than 20.
What are the stereotypes around numbers?
You know, men are studs if they sleep around, the women are sluts.
You got the high numbers, kind of a hoeing around, been around the block a couple times, had a hoe chapter.
Right now, I'm like very heartbroken, and like I'm in kind of like a hoe era.
I had like a little hoe phase.
Have a hoe phase. Like, just do it.
I definitely had like a bit of a phase, but I've kind of grown out of that phase. I don't think it necessarily reflects who I am as a person.
I'd say a lot of it was like trying to find love and find acceptance through sexual intimacy.
A lot of it was meaningless. Some of it was coping with heartbreak from someone else.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Maybe 20.
20. How do you feel about that number?
Not proud.
There is some shame built in. I'm worried about judgment and what other people think of me based on it.
When you hear a higher number, you probably
I rock with the shirt.
think that this person has a higher chance of like contracting an STD.
Nobody wants like a used car. I don't think that's the right way to think. I think that's just
It is.
society.
There are a lot of people that will have high numbers deliberately for sexual empowerment, which I honestly am super supportive of.
I am a slut. I enjoy being sexually open and promiscuous, but
I'd rather be sucking plus shucking at the corner. What?
so don't just like jump into things.
How many people have you slept with?
20 and 40, somewhere in the 20 and 40 range.
I got over
Okay.
50 and lost count.
The number I stopped counting was probably around 50, and then I just felt like I just did not care to know the number anymore. And if you're my boyfriend watching this, like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
How many sexual partners have you had? What's your body count?
Probably 50.
How do you feel about that number?
I'm okay with that. I'm not willing to just like go home with anyone anymore, which is something I feel like I used to have a
Good job.
bit of a problem with.
I used to be very self-conscious about my number when it was low. There's a lot of pressure in society to be the person that's having sex with a lot of people.
Whenever I was younger, I thought like having this higher number like meant something. But yeah, as I grew, I was like, that's not really for me.
How many sexual partners have you had?
60 to 70 at this
Dear
point.
God.
You feel good about your number?
There's always room for more, but at this point I'm content.
Somewhere around 70. I also want to put an asterisk that for me, sex is any time I've given or received pleasure using like my
Is this guy a producer?
genitals with another person.
How many sexual partners have you had?
Define sex.
It depends on how you define it. Most people, like my friends, are defined by body count, by like penetration.
In the gay world, I think that you include oral, because sometimes it's the only thing we can do.
I'd say it's not sex unless something's going in a hole.
Like PIV.
I've had sexual experiences with a number of people. It's not just a penis going in something.
Sex to me is oral sex, and also like digits. Like if you know, we penetrate with fingers, I feel like that's sex.
How many sexual partners have you had?
I'm gonna say at least 100, and that includes like oral, anal, like maybe over 150.
Is it sex if the penis is in you, but like it's not hard? What if you put a spoonful of ice cream in your mouth and then you take it out, but you don't eat it? Then did you really have ice cream?
What's your body count?
You know what? At this point, the limit does not exist.
Hey, my name is Caitlin.
I don't know where they get this group from. Every video it just gets worse. I'm sorry. God loves you.